We're in the middle of this right now, and I picked up this TI. Unbeknownst to me, it's a 1 of 200 Club Sport, which has yet to be like officialized, but every clue leads me to believe this is a Club Sport. So the racer in me wants to just cut the back off, turn it into a truck, which is what I bought it for, and put an SR20 in it. There still is a huge BMW purist in me, which like was adopted. I wasn't like born a BMW purist. When I first got into BMWs, I didn't give a shit. But after discovering like the cool stuff that BMW offers, the packages, the rarity of items, stuff like that, I started to appreciate it. Now, I don't think these are that great a car. I think the engines that always came in the chassis that they were supposed to come in have always sucked. So, like, the S54 and the E46 sucks. But the S54 and the E36 is cool. S54 and the E30 is cool. The Euro S50 is probably the best paired combination of chassis and engine that BMW's ever come out with. Besides, I'd say the 1M, but like even that, I like the V8 more. As you saw earlier video, I drove Marco's S65 swapped to 1M. But so here we are with this Club Sport. Funding all these builds is impossible, really. I don't know how else to say it. Off YouTube ad rev, it's not possible. Come out of pocket with extra curricular things I do all the time because I love to build the stuff. I love to own things that I love to own. The GTR, the FD, I love those cars. So whether YouTube paid for them or not, I was going to buy them. When it comes to the TI, it's the same thing. But after doing the slick top, seeing how people liked how I built the slick top, seeing how much fun I had building the slick top with no pressure, I've like come up with some conclusions on what I want to do. Here's where I need you guys. I'm going to say it. Everyone's going to cringe. Patreon. Bunch of YouTubers do Patreon. Some of them are successful, some of them not. I've come up with a way to make Patreon work for everyone, I think. So I love building these cars. The slick top, I love building it. I love seeing the finished product. I'm not sad it's gone. I mean, like, I am, but I'm not. It's super weird, but I had to get that, like, build out of me because I've had it for so long. And I'm not sad it's gone. I'm glad Hunter has it. I'm glad he's stoked on it. He's super stoked on it, by the way. And I'm glad you guys are stoked on the build and how it came out. And I got a lot of good compliments. And there was, like, really no hate with that car. And it's awesome. It was a super cool build. So, and then I was able to give it away for what I had into it. I kind of lost. Well, it's a long story. Stuff cost more than I expected. Now that I know the cost of things, I can be a little bit more prepared. So here's how I would like to see a Patreon work. This doesn't mean I'm doing this. This is me just thinking out loud, bouncing it off you guys. And like I said in my video on my personal channel today, I believe the corner balanced viewers are my most loyal viewers, except for the idiots that fucked around on the forum that talk shit to Eric. If you go on Corner Balance and you talk shit to Eric, you're basically talking shit to me. Eric's a good friend of mine. Eric's a super cool dude, but that's all besides the point. So I came to my most loyal viewers, which the people that when I said, hey, I'm starting another channel, they went and subscribed here, Corner Balanced. Obviously, the people that have stayed, I think there's like a hardcore 2,000 people that even watch Eric's videos and the other videos, and those are the people I want to talk to, mostly because they're the ones that like what I'm doing and prove that by basically being loyal, going to Corner Balance, watching Eric, watching me, giving Eric a chance, all that. So, loyal viewers. If I were to do a Patreon where there's no tiers, I don't think, unless Patreon makes you. I haven't looked into it, but there's like I've seen tiers, I've heard of tiers, I've heard like people get more content and this and that. I don't want to make the Patreon content specific. I think that like shoots you in the foot. I think it's dumb. I want to make Patreon a platform for donations, and with those donations you get something back. So they're not really donations, but they are. So here's what I'm proposing. I do a Patreon. We try it out with this build, the TI. Every single question I ask, something that can be a poll, specific to the Patreons. Patrons. Anyone who's a patron, for every month the build is going on, let's say I want to give this car away. This is just like working off the slick top. And let's say this car takes me 3 months to build. Let's say it's January, February, March. If you're a patron, for any part of that build, there will be a cutoff, which would basically be like you'd have to be a patron at least 1 month of the build. You will get one entry into the giveaway for every month that you're a patron. Now, this is sick in the way of the slick top, because let's just say I had 500 patrons giving me $10 a month. That's $5,000. I'm sure it seems like a lot to you guys, but it's not. One thing that everyone forgets is overhead, stuff like that. But in the Patreon, it's going to work like that. So let's say I have $10, there's 500 people. Now let's say I start deciding I'm going to give this away. So I'm like, okay, hoodie kit. You can get a hoodie kit, enter to win a hoodie kit. It's $50, right? To get an entry. But you guys who are patrons technically only paid $30. So that would be where the benefit would come in. You could also go buy a hoodie and support more and give yourself more entries. But I think it's sick to do that. And the other reason this came to me is I'm asking 90,000 people, what color should I paint this car? Let's say this car. What color should I paint this car? And a bunch of people are voting. But let's just say 7,000 people vote, but only 1,000 people enter the giveaway. 6,000 people made a decision for 1,000 people that are actually going to win the car. That kind of like, I get it. I get how it works. But it kind of doesn't make sense. Because like, yes, I value everyone's input, but the people who are going to enter the giveaway and want to win the car, their input does in fact mean more, regardless of what anyone thinks. So, like I said, if I do a Patreon, I just set a number. The exclusive content is polls and questions, and I'll use it like a feed and stuff. Maybe there will be like some early content on there or something. I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. That's for you guys to decide in the comments. I hope everyone blasts this with comments. And I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people talking shit. I'm not looking for a handout, because the beauty is, if this car costs $15,000 to build and takes me 3 months, and the patrons donate $15,000, I'm not out of pocket. And then what I can do is, with the other entries of people that weren't patrons, I can use that money to buy the next car. And I'm out of money this car. I bought this car, travel expenses, all that. I'm out of money, shop rent, tools, paying Dom, just a lot of stuff that you don't see costs a lot of money. So this isn't me asking for a handout. This is me asking for basically an easier way to do what you guys watch me doing. I don't know. That's my thing. Put in the comments if I miss anything. Put in the comments that you miss me on corner balance. Put in the comments how cool Eric is. I guess I'll see you guys next time. We'll see how this goes. The other thing, I had to add this as a failsafe. Let's just say I only get $1,000 worth of patrons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a number. I like the number 5,000. I can do small builds like this for 3 months. This will probably cost me, the way I want to build it, 15 to 20 grand. I actually already have 6 into it. That's just with the car, the engine, the mounts, the wiring harness, stuff like that. But let's just say it doesn't create enough and the people speak and Patreon's not a good move. Everyone who entered the Patreon, if I abort it, I will give just a sticker pack. So this isn't official. This is just me trying to fail safe everything so that no one thinks I'm this fucking asshole that just wants free money. That's not what it is. I really want to build stuff like this. You guys want to watch it. People want to enter the giveaway. I had like a huge support system for the giveaway. It was done in 3 days. So I think there is people that are interested, and I think if we do this right, it can benefit everyone. So that's the end. I'll see you guys next time. I'll read every comment. Be sure to like this so everyone sees it. And that's it.